Hi all, welcome to our Super League SBC guide. Two interesting cards that they gave us in the form of Trezeguet and Belhanda. Two I didn't actually expect myself, but hopefully you find this useful as always. If you could smash links would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All the links are down below for posting the channel and social media links as always. And remember to hit that notification bell so you know when uploads are always on the channel. We've been going mad for uploads lately. And the league, for the Super League, you get roughly 233 to 235k worth of packs. You need 194 players, and it's just very, very interesting. It's working out at 110 to 120k, which I don't quite fully see that's true, but for what I've done for maths and doing all the routes, that's what it's working out at, and it's 77 to 97k coin return. So you add the coin return, you add the players that you're getting, it's worth a chance. Like, both players maybe not the most appealing, but they're at least useful to have, and you never know what you might get in your packs. Akasir is a Prime Silver Players pack, 5-6k pack for a 4-5k spend. Fairly straightforward. With a lot of teams like Alanya Sport, for example, this is a small prime gold players pack. Bobo is the most common player you will see. It's a 7-8k spend. I would kind of keep away from it for now, and it's kind of the theme with this league. A lot of teams worth doing, a lot of teams not worth doing. Only a handful really, and then there's a handful of teams worth monitoring. Like Antalya Sport is a mixed players pack for a free 4k spend. It is a 5k pack, but because it's a mixed players pack, it's because of the lack of rares. You're kind of hoping and praying you're going to have to pack something good early. But there's like Vanquere's most common in the Antalya Sport route, and Bazooka Spear, they are a rare mixed players pack. It's a 10k pack. It's a 9k spend. So you're kind of hope you've with, as I've said before, you've got to kind of hope and pray that you can pack something worthwhile. Adebayor, Visca's the most common player you will see in this. He's fairly cheap anyway, but unless his price skyrockets, then you're going to have to then look at adjustments accordingly. BB Aruzama Spore is one of the teams worth doing. It's a premium gold pack. You need 7 from the club, 8 from the league, free 4k spend. Even though we've got all 8 players from the team, you could easily find someone else that's cheaper for one of the positions, whether it be the goalkeeper, whether it be one of the mids. Like Shabalala, you're not going to do it without. You'll probably do it maybe without Munzi or Hermaki or one of the goalkeepers. You'll find an adjustment accordingly, and you'll suddenly find that your free 4k spend is maybe a couple hundred coins less, but it's not guaranteed. With Besiktas, that is a 19k spend for a 45k pack. I was actually amazed that this is so expensive. Like some Babel, Laren, Hutchison, Babel, Lens, Vida, Gokhan Toure, Lalich. They're all like at least 1,000 coins, or even 1,500 coins in some cases. And then guys like Zenkin are fairly cheap, so it's hit and miss, which is a bit annoying. Bursa Sport is a premium mixed players pack, 7k pack, 5-6k spend. It's one that's worth a chance. It is worth giving a chance if you feel confident in your ability that you could get something. Like, it's 4-5k coin return roughly on average, and it's definitely worth giving a chance. Like Diafri Sako, I think if he was gold this year, it would bump the price down just a little bit, but because some of the teams don't always have gold, you're just kind of hoping and praying and like that you can make it click for you. Sekur Ryza Sport is a small rare mixed players pack, 5k pack, 5-6k spend. Your 2 gold you will most commonly see. Umar is most commonly played at right centre mid, and these two just kind of help the overall, and it's just a case of bulking the team up around there with the silvers and bronzes accordingly. It's not a difficult team to put together. It's just trying to, as always with all the teams, find the cheapest players. With this league, and with any of the leagues, there is a good chance that you can bid a lot of the bronzes and silvers, and even the golds for that matter, if you're very patient. Fenerbahce, fairly straightforward, is a 12.5k pack for 5k, and it's worth going for. Like, if you've got the Fenerbahce dude up top, if you've still got his foot swap card, you could just chuck that in. Or if you've got the bronze version, depending, the normal bronze version, depending. But it's fairly straightforward. I was quite amazed how cheap it was, so I was quite impressed. Galatasaray, this is a 25k pack, 11k spend, roughly about the same return. Like, 25k packs on my luck are a disaster, but if you've got good, okay luck, or anything decent, all you need is an 82, a good 82 or a good 83, or even something better than that, maybe like an inform, and suddenly this pack is worthwhile. But most of the players, generally you're paying about 1,000 coins a player, so it's not drastic. And if you're on good patient on bid, you might get them, or snipe, you might get them for 700-800. Then with Goztep, 22.5k pack, small prime gold players, 6-7k. The reason why I'm kind of against doing this one is because small prime is only 6 players, and prime gold players are generally quite poor packs. They're not actually that great. So despite having Borges, Beto and TT, but despite that, you're kind of just you've got to kind of hope that you get one big player in these packs. That is kind of what's annoying. Kasim Spaza is kind of same bracket, that's 7 to 9k spendo. Pretty much every route will include Trezeguet. It's nothing to really strain over. The good thing is people will generally try and play all the defenders or all the mids, but they'll forget that you can easily put like a striker in a different position or another goalie in somewhere, and it just puts the costings down. Because when I built this initially, people were paying like nearly double that, and I was like, why are people paying 10, 11, 12k? It was like kind of mad. With Kayserispor, this is Azemojan's team. If he was a gold, you would be laughing. This would be, I think it would be even cheaper, but you've not really got many golds. I think last year this team had like 3 golds. I think this year they've only got 1 in Turok. But Kanabiak, I think it was a gold as well last year, wasn't he? Like 75, 76, and João Pereira was another. So you kind of had quite a few golds to work with. But this year you're just kind of having to work around it a little bit. But Kayserispor is a premium mixed player. It was 7k, 6k. So it's one to keep an eye on at least. One that you could get on bid. Then Konyaspor is one definitely worth doing. While it's a small gold players pack, it's only a 3k spend. And the one thing I've noticed with Konyaspor, quite a few people generally pack this team. I don't know what it is about them. I've seen quite a few folk pack these players. Like I have, I think I had like 3 or 4, but the players that I had are all the expensive ones. So I was like, oh, don't put them in, and I worked out right away. And that's what you kind of want to do, folks. You want to put even though you already may have them, if it's cheaper to sell off them, and then buying the other ones and do it. With MKE and Karguku, apologies if I've butchered that, that's a 9 from the club, 10 from the league. What you generally find is someone from another team. It's usually another silver, cheap silver from another team that works in that kind of option. Bafuma and Bakary Kone you'll generally see put into that team. Rubinho's team of Sivaspor is a 6.25k pack. He's not in the game, by the way, so you can't put him in, but it's a 4k spend for a small gold players pack. It's definitely worth giving an eye on at least. With Nkarakuku is one, as I said, to keep an eye on as well. That's a 5k spend. Trabzonspor, this is Hugo Rodriguez's team. Onaze, I was really hoping that there was ways to make this cheaper, and funnily enough at the moment for Trabzonspor it's not, but it's a 4k spend for a 10k pack, Electron players pack. Kivrak, Onaze, Kuka, Yaziki. I think there is room to make this cheaper somewhere, but where exactly I'm not 100% sure. And the last team of the Turkish league is Malatyaspor, 7k pack, premium mixed players pack, 4-5k spend, one definitely worth giving a bash on at least. No one really of expense here, which is quite good and makes it worthwhile doing. As a whole, as I said, this is one league that at the moment has got one of the best coin ratio returns, so it's definitely one worth keeping an eye on. As I said, if you've done the league, let me know who you got in your packs and which player did you go for. Smash likes are always, sub to channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend, and I will catch you all later.